Happy Monday, everybody. Donnie Baker here, LPR Sound Foundation. Look, today I'm in the middle of a studio rebuild in Studio B. If you've been following me live the past 2 days, I've been streaming live the entire thing, man. I know it's kind of overkill, man. I think the first day I did 8.5 hours. The next day I did 8 hours. Tomorrow I'm gonna stream just a little bit tomorrow after I push everything. I got everything put in. I got everything redone. I got everything buttoned up and tested, but what I didn't do was like, I want to put the wires together and make them pretty and, just kind of tidy up a little bit. Then I'll push the desk back and get it back to being normal. Then I'll go live and show you what I did. I'll do a 20-minute live tomorrow, so whatever. Just look, if you're looking at this later, you'll see it, it'll be a replay. So there you go. So today what I wanted to talk to you about is some different income streams that you may not have thought of in your audio business, in your studio, as a music producer, as an audio engineer. These may be things that you haven't thought of yet that could actually be other income streams that is available to you. You have a system, right? You might have a laptop and a Focusrite, a couple of microphones. Bro, you're set up for podcasting. Start advertising that you can do podcasting. Get you a little camera. You could even use your iPhone camera for podcasting. It's simple, So I've got a list. Look, I'm doing this raw and dirty. I got an actual piece of paper with a list. I know I'm in the middle of the rebuild. I don't know if you guys can see it, but the new patch bay is right here. The new patch bay. I rewired the entire patch bay. I redid all the cables. I took a bunch of cables out that I didn't need. And it's going to be cleaner. It's going to be more efficient. It's going to be easier for other people to use. It was easy for me to use because I put it together. It was basically built for me. But other people come in and they want certain things to happen, like they might want an output from the Apollo. I didn't have that. So now I do. So anyway, here's 7 income streams. I'm going to make this available. I'm going to make this download available. It's like a 10-page PDF or whatever. But it breaks down. There's 7 different lists of other incomes that you might not have thought of. Yeah, there's recording, sure. But there's other things. And then it breaks down each one into like 7 more. Okay, so I think you guys will like this. It's a free download, man. Go grab it. I'll put a link right here when it's time. I'm gonna have to do that in post because I don't have the buttons. The buttons are way over there. Normally I have my system sitting in front of me. Right now I'm just looking at a camera. I did put a light up so you guys can see me, but whatever. So let's get on it. 7 income streams for you as an audio engineer, music producer, studio owner that you may not have thought of. All right. Music production services. Yeah, you thought of that. But what about in that area? What about full production? And I'm talking about beat making as well as record production, right? Collaborating, songwriting, co-writing, songwriting. Do you guys do that? I personally am not a musician. I don't play. I do produce. I make records. I produce records. I don't make beats. I produce records. I can hear something and go, hey, that's not going to work with that key change. That's not going to work with. You kind of need to arrange your song a little differently. Maybe put the bridge here instead of over there. That's production. That's producing. So yeah, it's not production. It's producing. So I do that as well. Remote production services. Maybe you're on a laptop in a Focusrite and you can go somewhere else and record somebody, say their rehearsal room. I'm just throwing stuff out there, man. Y'all can make this stuff up. You make your own. Look, we're in a position where as freelance guys, as small business owners, we gotta go get our own. I don't work for a company that goes out and sends me jobs. I gotta go get my own jobs, man. So there's that, you know what I mean? Artist development. What if you come across a really, you think, as a musician, as a producer, as a guitar player or what have you, that you find an artist, you see an artist playing at an open mic, you're like, bro, you got the greatest voice ever. Let me help develop you into something that we can sell, And then from there, you develop the artist, you maybe sell the artist to a major label. Bro, there's just so many chances to do that. You have the ability, you have the facility, you have the equipment, you certainly have the talent. Do it. Client relationships. Maybe help other people with their client relations. You have a network. Someone might need somebody that you can put these two together. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. What about renting your recording studio to other people? You might have, look, if it's your home, I wouldn't suggest it if it's your house, okay? But like, we're in a commercial facility. We're in a commercial building. What if I was to take one of my rooms and rent it out monthly? Or take one of my rooms and rent it out on an ongoing basis? You know, somebody might need it for 3 months to come in. And what if somebody wants to rent my entire studio for 3 months? Bro, I'm on vacation. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, thank you. I'm going to do that. You can also book and schedule other studios for a commish. You know, what if you don't have I'm just throwing stuff out there, okay? We're doing it messy today, man. Don't be mad at me. I know y'all normally like the structured, but I'm just doing it messy, all right? What if you don't have a grand piano, but you know a studio down the street does? You can call that studio down the street and say, hey, listen, anytime somebody calls me and looking for a grand piano, I'm going to send them your way. Hook me up with 10%. Hook me up with 15%. Whatever, man. I mean, make that deal. You know what I mean? What about if you assist another engineer that works at another studio? Just throwing it out there. Yeah, okay, I got my own studio, but I'm not doing anything today. I can go out and help somebody else. You know what I mean? Look, I'm gonna make this whole list available. I'm not gonna go down everything just because I'm making it available for everybody. I'm just looking at the good points. Well, all the points are good, but I'm just saying I'm just picking out a couple. Mixing and mastering services. This is a no-brainer. You guys are mixing and mastering engineers. You know, you do that. That's what we do. You know, somebody calls me and wants me to mix their song. Certainly, I'm gonna mix your song. You know, if the money's right and if the song's right. I mean, I'm not gonna mix every song, but you know, if I don't like the song, I don't want to mix it. You know, if I don't think the song's gonna do well, I don't want to mix it. You know, but yeah, I mean, mixing and mastering. That's another thing you can do. If you don't do that, pick it up. I mean, offer it. That's the thing. Okay, you saying you don't have any experience. You say you don't have any experience mastering. Go offer some mastering, get some experience. No brainer. Specialization. What if you're really good at tuning vocals? Offer a vocal tuning service. What if you're really good at lining up drums? Offer that as a service. I'm just saying, man. I'm not that great at tuning. I usually sub that out. I usually hire somebody to do my vocal tuning. I'm just saying that's what happens. What about delivering formats? What if somebody has what if somebody has an MP3 and they want to make it a WAV file? Yeah, you can do that, but should you? I don't know. But yeah, I'm just saying, you know, what if somebody needs to make some changes? What if somebody recorded it at another studio and that studio is no longer available and they want to come in and look at the mix and tweak some stuff? Yeah, make yourself available for that. Sound design for film and TV, post-production, games. Oh, we're going to do, not next week, but the week after, we're going to start a whole production in May. Is post-production month. We're going to talk about post-production the entire month of May. And this is all part of that. Voiceover, ADR, Foley, mixing, surround mixing. We're going to look at all that stuff. So get ready for that. There's a lot to do in that. You can create original sound effects. You can go out and record sound effects. You can build a sound effects library that you can sell or rent or give away. It makes great Christmas gifts for me, other audio engineers. You know, what if somebody offered me a sound effects library or a drum library? Yeah, if they're recorded band, if somebody's got, I got drum libraries that I've got that are special. You know, and some of y'all know what I'm talking about. Some of y'all that have been here. Musical integration. What if somebody comes to you with a podcast and wants to put music on it? You know, original music, because you can't go on YouTube and play, you know, your favorite song because you'll get flagged, that kind of thing. So what if you make music for someone else's podcast? I mean, seriously. Portfolio development. What if somebody needs your help developing a portfolio of music that they've got together? They just want to come in and do like a verse and a hook of each song, and they want to do it, you know, they want 3 or 4 songs done in an 8-hour day. Yeah, you're going to do that. Seriously. There's just so much in the post-production that we're going to do a whole month of post-production stuff. So y'all get ready for that. Online courses and workshops. Oh my goodness. What are y'all doing here? I'm just saying, man. I mean, look, I've got experience. You know, I've got experience. I've been doing this for a minute. I know some stuff, man. And I love sharing with you. I love sharing with the world. And sometimes people pay me to share my knowledge and experience with them. You know, personal coaching. People coming in the studio, one-on-one coaching in my studio. They want to come in and learn Pro Tools. We're gonna sit and I'm gonna teach you Pro Tools. I know Pro Tools. I know how that works. I know how to wire a studio. Y'all want to come in here and learn how to wire a studio? Bro, I got you. You know what I'm saying? Online workshops, online courses. The future is, I believe we're on the forefront of content. I don't want to say content marketing, but knowledge content that people pay for, be it as a membership or a club or a course or a workshop or a webinar, a personal one-on-one coaching. It's all there. I mean, you have something that I need to know about. I just need you to market it to me. I need to know how. If I'm looking for something, if I'm looking for somebody, I need somebody to show me how to use the drum machine in Logic. You are an expert at it because it's all you do. You love that. You want to share that knowledge with me and the rest of the world. You need to know how to market that so that when I search for you, I find you. And I'm going to pay you for your service. I'm going to pay you for a course that you put together because you are an expert in this. You know how to do it, and I need to know how to do it. So I'm going to pay you to teach me how to do it. It's simple. I mean, I buy courses. I have a coach. I pay a coach monthly that we get together, and I tell him what I'm doing. He tells me how I suck. I'm just kidding. No, he asks me what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, and then he's got other ideas, and he shares that with me, and then he goes, "Oh, I didn't even think of that. Thank you. That's why I pay you." Yeah. Online courses and workshops. Royalties and licensing. You guys that make music, you guys that write music and create music, and even engineers can get royalties and licensing. I've got a couple of songs, that are out there that I get royalties and licensing for. One's in a movie. A couple of them in no television shows right now, but there's a couple of songs in movies that I get. I get every 3 months, every quarter, I get a check. Just saying, it's not a lot of money, but I'm not a musician. I don't create. So these ones, the ones that I have are all because I was asked to do it, and I said, okay, I'll do it for a lesser price. My normal rate is X, but I'll do it for Y with you give me 4% for the life of the song. And yes, thank you. All right. But there's that. I mean, you have to register with, I'm not going to get too deep into the legal stuff, but you should register with ASCAP, BMI. Look into that kind of stuff. Again, I'm not a creator, so I don't create music, so I don't really do that much of that. I do have a BMI account. I do have an ASCAP account because I have songs that are placed in licensing situations that I had to have that. So that's why I have it. Sample licensing. You mean I can make samples and sell samples? Yes, you can. Create a drum library. Create a synth library. Create a library of vocal samples that you can sell that people can use in their songs, and people will pay you for this service. Oh my goodness, there's so much that you may not have thought of. Mechanical royalties, performance rights, publishing, international royalties. Oh my God, I'm not going to get too deep into the legal of this stuff because that does get kind of deep. Equipment sales, rentals. What if you're selling some stuff, man? What if you're tired of the thing that you're tired of this piece of equipment, you don't really need it anymore? I know you can't see this. This is a CD player. What? What's that, a CD player? I know the kids today are like, what's a CD player, Grandpa? Yeah, that's this thing. I don't need it anymore, so let me sell it. What if somebody wanted to rent this? Yeah, come rent it. I mean, I've got a microphone that some people have asked me to rent it, and I won't rent it because it's very expensive, it's very rare, and if it gets out there and gets broken or gets lost or stolen, heaven forbid, it's irreplaceable, so you can't replace it. But yeah, I've got gear that people have asked to rent. I've actually rented gear to people before. I mean, I've got a lot of stuff here. I've got some mixing consoles that I don't use much anymore that people rent sometimes. Just, that's the thing, man. Online booking. What if you go back and book? You can set up an online booking system for your inventory. Let's say you got 4 microphones, you got an amplifier, you got a guitar amp, you got a keyboard, you got a set of drums, you've got a PA system, you got a couple of mixing consoles, you got a bunch of stuff. outboard EQs, outboard compressors, and you create a system that somebody can rent this from you online. It's passive. You just set it up. People can rent it. They come pick it up and give you a check. No brainer, man. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? You could help do marketing promotion for other things, studios. Like I have an affiliate program. Some of you guys that are watching this today are some of my affiliates, where you basically sell products that I have, that I offer, and you get a commission. My commissions aren't bad, man. I give at least 30 to 50%, depending on the product, depending on the thing. I'm just saying that, there's a lot of income streams that you may not have thought of. I want you to download this PDF. It's free. I'm gonna put a link here when you guys can go grab that. There's another video that I did recently that I'll point to right here. I'll also put it in the description so you guys can go look at that. This is basically part of what I call the money tree. There's a tree out there with money on it, and you just need to learn how to go pick the dollars off the money tree. That's all there is. And these are just some of the branches of the money tree, man. It's right there. Sorry to have done this so raw and dirty and messy like this, but I'm right in the middle of this rebuild, and I didn't want to miss talking to you, but I also didn't want to intrude on getting in my way of doing this thing, because this is important. I do have a client. I got one more day to be able to button all this up and put it back together, and then I got a client in here, so it's got to work. It's got to work. We have a pretty busy week coming up this week, so it's got to work great. So I appreciate you guys hanging out with me so much. If you are not subscribed to this channel, subscribe, because there's some cool stuff that goes on here, man. Like the studio rebuild, where you can come watch me, you can come hang out with me for 8.5 hours and watch me sweat and tear apart a studio and rebuild the studio. I mean, where else do you get this quality entertainment? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, come hang out with me, man. This is awesome. I appreciate you, each and every one. Look for the blog post on Wednesday. I don't know what it's going to be this week, but it's always something cool. I do have I am going to throw a studio tour video out pretty soon. We haven't done one in a couple years. I'll just go through with the iPhone again like I did last time and show you some cool stuff, because we got some new gear. We got some, we just rebuilt Studio B. It's not even done yet, but we got some new stuff in Studio A, and I want to share with everybody. So we are getting super busy. Summer's coming up, and summer's always busy here, man. It's kind of crazy. It's wonderful that it's coming. I love it when it's busy, because it makes the weeks go by quickly. So come hang out. Blog post. Don't forget about Thursday Live, man. Thursday morning live. I'm there to answer any questions. I usually throw some tidbits out of some golden stuff that you need to know about, and then I just open it up to questions and answers. Y'all can ask me anything. I'm here. So Thursday morning live. Wednesday blog post. I will see you next week on the podcast. I forget what we're talking about next week, but it's gonna be cool. I mean, you know that. It's always good. And then May we're gonna start talking about post-production stuff. So get ready for that. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. My name is Donnie Baker, LPR Sound Foundation, here at ES Audio Recording Studios in lovely Los Angeles, California. We will see you guys next week, and we'll talk soon. Donnie B, I'm out. Peace. Have a great week.